we decided that maybe it would be good to press pause and to sit together, all together, to think about what we are doing, in which ecosystem we are, what is our future, and the initiative we might take, listening to all the stakeholders of the industry, of course. Share with you the context of why we decided to do this initiative. Actually, we realized before COVID, but also during COVID, that because we were dialoguing between markets more and more, we realized that we were facing the same difficulties, the same challenge, the same issues. Merely more activities, growing cost, and a shifting market, a shifting industry. So from them, we decided that maybe it would be good to press pause and to sit together, all together, to think about what we are doing, in which ecosystem we are, what is our future, and the initiatives we might take, listening to all the stakeholders of the industry, of course. And we needed to do that in a safe and friendly environment. And that's why we came out with the idea of doing a think tank. And we asked, of course, AC and the creative, who answered very enthusiastically. Then we contacted our European colleagues who we know very well, and they enthusiastically also answered. And special thanks to Marché du Film, who is welcoming us here today, and EFM, who welcomed us in February also, because without them it would have been very difficult, if not possible. And we reached out also to different types of film markets, because we didn't want only to have a dialogue with the film markets dedicated to fiction, but we also included the documentaries, the genre, the shorts, the audiovisual, also from big film markets like Cannes, here, Berlin, which are markets where you buy and sell, to small film markets, which are places where you network and you present your projects and you get different kind of service. The last thing I want to say is that it's not a data-driven report, because it turned out, and we discovered, that there is almost no data about markets. So all this is based on our experience, on our success, on our failures, sometime, and we try throughout all these dialogues and these questions, and throughout also contradictory answers from the market, from the industry, to draw perspective, which are not easy solutions, but at least it's perspective in order to try to move forward, to have in the future, for future film market, to be more sustainable, more useful, and to serve better the future industry, audiovisual and film industry. So that's what we try to do with this series of think tanks.
Very easy. It sounds like really primitive, right? But people are here to make business. And the reason to meet at the market is to meet in real life, in real time. That was an essential thing. Hybrid is important, that's great, but it is about keeping the network, keeping with the trends, maybe watch film, but it is about making business, and we can't split business from networking. The second big thing are markets are networks. It means that very much so, the big markets were told to be essential, because this is where everything is happening, all the trends, all the people, this is really essential. The smaller and medium markets are important for long bonds and digging into the substance. And this is why they are so important for them to have very distinctive characters, to be there and to differentiate themselves also there, because everybody has their legitimation, especially for the emerging producers and the emerging filmmakers. It is essential for the small and medium market to be there because they offer a specific environment, a safer environment. So that was that. Another thing I want to say also very briefly, markets are under pressure, that we know. All the markets are under pressure. I'm not going to read this. We cannot hear it anymore. The post-corona thing, the inflation, the war, the social shifts. Well, this impacts the markets also heavily. We talked a lot about the exploding costs and the incredible imperative we have for more greening, but also for leading to more and other pricing structures, maybe also partnership strategies, maybe other support systems for the staff, to intensify collaboration in a different way, and also maybe to reassess even the selection process. So this is also something which accompanied us. And then a bold requirement that I want to say, which was in every single think tank, break the power structure. And it was even for us, we knew, of course, and all of the markets we had are into the diversification for everything they could, and also offering for young producers and etc. Everybody is working on it. But it was an intense requirement that we all thought, okay, this is something which is coming, which is really bold. Minorities are actually global majorities. So stop talking about minorities, right? This is how it reflects also society. And it is essential that everybody is working on that, and everybody was well aware of that, but it was really something which has accompanied us. And it will have an effect on the audience reach too. So it's not about diversify washing, but it is the reality of life and of society today. So I think it is something which was really very important to say. And then the green, the greenest, the greener, etc. This is something which was everywhere. It is an imperative, and more obligations are to come. And also, it's double sustainable. It's less travel, and it is actually more access for everybody, those who cannot come there. And this imperative on inclusivity was also massive. Other question in the room? Yes, please.
Hello. Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, hi. I wanted to know from Thessaloniki Festival, what are your learnings? What will you implement first? I mean, you got a lot of results, and I think the heavy part is to implement the thing, to do it, to make it run. So what do you think? What are the top 3? I am curious.
Well, we already implement a lot of things that we are in the top 3. Maybe to have a green and sustainable fee. That would be good. That would be good.
I think we're obliged to do that somehow. I mean, we are one of the film markets that have the lowest accreditation fee, and so I think this we're doing already. On the other hand, we don't have a huge capacity. We're a small, like medium-sized market, so I think we need to, number one thing is diversity. I think this is an inclusion of the younger professionals. I think this is the number one thing that I think we need to tackle.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the festival director.
And as AC was saying, diversity was a key word throughout the 3 sessions. And I think that it's through diversity that we will be able to reach a completely switching audience also, because diversity means diverse projects also and diverse contents, and that's the only solution.